Just today, Ambassador, you told reporters that you are seeing signs of cooperation from China despite the ongoing disputes that we have on the West Philippine Sea. Talk us through that, Ambassador. Why do you think that there are signs of cooperation?
Well, not signs of cooperation, but we're feeling that I think there's an opportunity for us precisely because we are now the chair of the ASEAN summit here in Manila. So there's an opportunity for us to be able to have some discussions with China, and that we have a continuing bilateral meetings with them on issues pertaining to the West Philippine Sea. But we'd like to be able to have the whole total relationship with China, especially in the economic trade. So we're looking into the possibility of having perhaps our foreign minister meet the foreign minister of China to begin with, since there will be a chance to do so anyway during the summit here in Manila.
And I wanted to ask, this is on a more personal note, Ambassador. Do you know the new ambassador, Chinese ambassador to the Philippines? So he did come from Washington as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually.
What
yes,
can you tell us about him?
Well, actually, he's very adept he's a career officer of the foreign ministry of China, and to be honest about it, I think that because he has a different outlook on how these things, how we will proceed with our relationship with China. Again, that's an opportunity as far as I can see. I met him because he was the deputy chief of mission in Washington, D.C. For quite a number of years, actually.
How would you describe his outlook, Ambassador?
Well, he seems to me pragmatic. Our deputy chief of mission, my deputy chief of mission in Washington, actually had a lot of opportunities to have an described to me as this the new ambassador here now is probably more adept to what I think is the whole relationship that we have with China, not just simply on issues like the West Philippine Sea.
There's just a big brouhaha now between Philippine officials and the Chinese embassy. So, what's your diplomatic advice?
Well, in the diplomatic world, we always say that it's better to sit down and have a serious discussion rather than have pronouncements made through social media or in the media, because that will only heighten the conflict even more. That's what I'm getting from our Department of Foreign Affairs, of course. But understandably, of course, whenever you have this kind of interaction between two opposing countries, emotions can come into the picture, and I think we're just hoping that these emotions will start to simmer down a little bit so that we can be a little more pragmatic in our approach. As I said, and everybody knows this, that China will always be there. China will be our neighbor, and it's an economic power now. And if you've got countries like the United States, countries in Europe, and now Canada is reaching out to China, I don't see any reason why we should not have the same kind of mindset, that we should try to sit down, even if our differences will probably never jibe, because their claims will never be acceptable to us. But there are other areas where we can work with them, especially in the area of alternative energy and climate change, because the United States has pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord, and so we have only one country now that is leading the world in climate change, and that's China.